Hey folks, Free Play Frank. Today I'm going to teach you how to take down a tree with an excavator, and how to do it safely and how to clean up the mess. And then I'm going to play a cool Steve Miller song, Jungle Love. Now tonight my shout out goes to Diesel Creek. Now this is another American fellow. He owns a large property and he collects trucks and equipment, and he shows how he works on them. And he built a shop out of 2 shipping containers. He's a cool guy. It's a cool channel. Check it out, you guys. Alright, let's get at her. Okay, so my neighbor wants this tree taken out here because it's in the way of a driveway that he's putting in. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the excavator and I'm going to dig around the bottom of it, get the roots loose, and then I'm going to push it over. That way we don't have to worry about digging the stump out later. It's a lot easier to do it this way. Plus I need the excavator anyways because this tree's leaning. So I'll walk the backhoe up here and I'll put this on the stand and then let's get going. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to go get the chainsaw and I'm going to cut off all the branches so the goats can eat them. And then I'll finish digging out this stump and fill the hole back in. Okay, one more thing. You'll notice when I first started digging, I started on the side where I wanted the tree to fall. And as I was digging, I encountered one of the major tap roots that holds the tree up. But since it was leaning the opposite way, I didn't tear it right out. I just kind of loosened around it. And the tree didn't quite fall exactly where I wanted it. I wanted it to fall more that way so I wouldn't have to carry the branches so far. But I left that tap root because you got to be really careful when you got a tree that's leaning, because if I would have torn that out, then it could have fallen the wrong way or could have fallen on the excavator and hurt somebody. So Anyways, you got to be aware of that when you start digging around the roots of the tree. Pay attention to the teeth of the bucket catching on the roots. If it catches on a big root, go around and take out all the smaller roots first and find out where the main tap roots are, and that way you can control where it's going to fall by ripping those out in the order, and leave the last one that holds the weight of the tree opposite to where it's leaning. Now I got my saw here ready to go, so since this fell the wrong way, it's going to be fairly difficult to get in there and cut that all safely. So I'm just going to take my time and cut a bunch of branches, and then I'll toss them for the goats and come back in here and clear it out without hurting myself. Darling. Okay, I cut about maybe a third of the branches off to give to the goats. I'm going to leave the rest attached to the trunk, because a tree this size will feed my goats for like 3 or 4 days. They can't eat it all in one day, and it won't dry out when it's attached to the logs. There's lots of water still. Check out these old bicycles that were buried in the ground, probably from the 70s. Every time I see a bicycle, for some reason, it always reminds me of Jeff Goldblum. I'm not sure. He was in a movie where he rode bikes or something like that. But anyways, it's pretty funny. There we go. Isn't this marvelous? Incidentally, they're all of us tree huggers that love trees, myself included. There's no waste here because the goats, as you can see, they're going to eat all of these leaves and they're all the live parts, and they're just going to leave the sticks, and then I'll chip the sticks and use it as mulch on my garden or for compost. Oh, here comes another sweetheart. Come on, sweetie, get it before it's all gone. There are angels among us, and around here they take the form of goats.
I met you on somebody's island. Thought you had known me before. I brought you a crate of papaya. I waited all night by your door. You probably wouldn't remember. I probably couldn't forget. Jungle love in the surf and the pouring rain. Everything's better when wet. Jungle love, driving me mad, making me crazy, crazy. Jungle love, driving me mad, making me crazy. But lately you live in a jungle, I never see you alone. We need some definite answer, I thought I would write you a poem. The question to everyone's answer is usually asked from within, and the patterns of the rain and the truth they contain has written my life on your skin. The jungle love, driving me mad, it's making me crazy, crazy. The jungle love, driving me mad, it's making me crazy. Treat me like I was your ocean, filling my blood when it's warm. My cycle's a circular motion, jerk you and keep you from harm. We live in a world of illusion, where everything's peaches and cream. We all face a sorry conclusion, we spend our time in a dream. Jungle love, driving me mad, making me crazy, crazy. Jungle love, driving me mad, making me crazy, crazy. Jungle love, driving me mad, making me crazy, crazy. Jungle love, driving me mad, making me crazy. Alright, that was a great song by Steve Miller called Jungle Love. Thanks, Steve. Hope you guys had fun this week. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Take care.